regardez ceci, c'est que vous avez reçu un calendrier de l'Avent. Respectez les règles.
Carl here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for sure. And it's Christmas horror movie review time. We're looking at the Advent Calendar, written and directed by Patrick Ridgemont. It's a festive horror movie that starts off strongly, but slowly loses its way across its unnecessarily long 101-minute runtime. It is a real shame, because there's so much to like about this movie.
Un calendrier de l'Avent? Respecte toutes les règles jusqu'à l'ouverture de la dernière fenêtre, sinon je te tue.
Eva, played by Eugenie Deronde, is a paraplegic. Having been a successful dancer before, a car accident resulted in permanent spinal injuries. She has struggled to adapt, and people treat her with different layers of pity, disgust, and annoyance. Some of the people in this movie are downright horrible. Yet, she has hardened up and is making the best of things, even as she can only watch on as her father loses his battle with Alzheimer's and her stepmother gleefully awaits his death. As Christmas nears, she gets a visit from her best friend Sophie, played by Honorin Magnia, who gives her a wooden antique advent calendar that she bought in a German Christmas market. One that comes with dark warnings should you start to open the windows. Once you've started, there is no stopping, not without severe repercussions. This advent calendar has gifts to offer, life-changing gifts, but not all of them are good, and they all come with a price. It comes from a German market. What else would you expect?
Jésus dit au paralytique, lève-toi et marche. Tu devrais arrêter avec ce calendrier, ça va te rendre dingue. Tu prends bien tes médocs contre tes hallucinations, tout ça? Je marche. Je marche.
The basic outline of the Advent Calendar is promising, and for a while it seems like it knows exactly what it is doing. However, as the movie goes on, it gets confused with its own rules and starts to make little sense. What is an initially gripping horror that features a lot of tension and with a likeable lead character becomes a lesson in frustration and disappointment, where sympathy evaporates for Eva and the elements of the time of the year, bear in mind this is a festive horror, become inconsequential. A malevolent demon inhabiting an antique advent calendar should not be this complicated. A movie that is 101 minutes long should not be this disjointed. If you're gonna set out a load of rules about the thing that the movie is based around, you must stick to them. Otherwise, all the elements fall apart. Which is exactly what happens here, leading to an ending that is laughably poor and makes the whole experience feel irrelevant.
Cette nuit, tu me fous la paix.
All that being said though, there are positives. It is a tense experience. The sense of malevolent evil hangs over things constantly. And the grey, miserable visuals are a good reflection of the mindset of Eva. Which, speaking of, the acting is great, especially from Eugenie Deronde, who adds so much realism to being a paraplegic you might wonder if she actually is. Her relationships, and particularly her friendship with Sophie, who, by the by, was the driver on the night of the crash, and her father, are often some of the more watchable moments of the film, even if the runtime could have been used to flesh things out a bit more. That's so frustrating. 101 minutes long, yet it feels like there should have been more detail about these two particular relationships and the events surrounding what occurred and how Eva's mindset is now. The demonic entity and the advent calendar itself looks good, and there's always a momentary drawing of the breath as the next window is opened. A lot of positives, but they can't outweigh the negatives. It speaks volumes that most would be able to write a simpler and more effective tale in their heads as they try to work out just what rules the advent calendar is actually playing with. It results in a disappointing experience overall that barely feels festive and promised way more than it could actually deliver. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music, and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror, and heavy metal. What else is life for?